This is the messy basement in the house I rent, and this is the big problem, the workbench. The house came with a workbench, and over time I've just made it a complete mess. And this isn't staged, this is actually how it looked when I came down here. It's a total mess. It's kind of embarrassing, and just look at all this junk. I can't do anything, and oh my god, please don't look at that open box cutter. It's so embarrassing. We went to Home Depot, got some hardware, some screws, and I got a little pegboard, and I thought I can hang everything, get everything off the workbench so I can actually do stuff on it. I can use some wood I already have, and it will be a good project. Let's go. Of course, the first thing is to clear off the workbench. So I took everything off and threw some stuff away and organized the rest of it. Oh, I found this IKEA manual. Look at that thing. It just looks like a stick. It made me laugh. Like, why do you need a manual for this thing? You can Google what it actually is. Anyway, back to cleaning. So everything's cleaned off. Just have to sweep off the rest of the junk and we'll be ready to go. So here's the stuff I'm going to use, the pegboard and some wood I already have. Now, my idea was to take this pegboard and frame it up using this wood. I wasn't sure how strong I would have to make it or if it really needed to be reinforced, but I thought I would err on the side of making it as strong as possible just so that it wouldn't collapse. So I mounted this wood to the back, and I think that one of the tough things about being an amateur is you don't really have a sense of how many screws you need for a project, like how to keep your project together. So I tried to err on putting too many screws in. It seems really sturdy to me, but it took a long time, and I hope that over time I'll learn more and I won't have to screw and screw and screw all the time. So measuring the short pieces. I love watching that. Very soothing to saw in fast motion. Okay, so I'm just going to drill out and screw in these short pieces so the frame is totally complete. And the frame is just connected with screws. I didn't use glue or anything like that. The whole project is just screws. That way I can take it apart. And I'm setting it how high I want. This wood is from an old futon that has been in my family almost as long as I have. And I just got a real person couch, so the futon is destined for trash, but I saved the wood and I took these long pieces off of it and I thought I could mount the pegboard to them and use them sort of just as legs to stand it up against the wall. That way I won't have to actually screw it into the concrete because I don't really know how to do that and I don't want to mess around with the concrete. Since this is a rental, at some point I'm going to leave. But anyway, here I am screwing and screwing and screwing and screwing. It's not going to go anywhere. So as I said, I just wanted to lean it against, and I'm just adjusting, making a lot of little adjustments, trying to see if I like it. And it's really sturdy. It actually can't tip forward because of the workbench. So it should be fine. If it is a problem, or if it ever becomes a problem, I'll figure out a way to actually mount it to the concrete. So it looks good. My first thing was to put up my trusty Ryobi drill. And I have the battery charger. I thought that I could mount that there as well, so it would be handy. And then I just sort of freehand, stream of consciousness, put a bunch of the hooks that I bought at Home Depot up on this thing. I'm sure I'm going to rearrange it as I use it more, but already I think it's a huge improvement over what I had before. Pretty convenient. So I recorded this, but the audio is so bad you can't even hear me, so I'll just talk right now. At the end of the project, I still had a lot of junk on top of the workbench, but I've made a lot of progress, and I already have a lot of ideas of how I can continue to streamline it and to continue to organize it. This is my first big project like this, and I'm really happy with how it went. And I'm happy that you've watched this video. Thank you. I hope you watch more.